What's going on, everybody? Today I'm excited to bring you another video, and today I want to talk about how the scientific method relates to self-development. And so if you're not familiar with the scientific method, this is pretty much what scientists use to do experiments and test different hypotheses and stuff. So the way it basically works is you're trying to figure something out. So you set a hypothesis about what you think is going to happen, and then you design an experiment to test it, and then you run the experiment, see what happens, and it either confirms or invalidates your original hypothesis, and then you go back and you test it again. And then eventually you keep doing this process over and over again, and what happens is you come up with some sort of relatively objective truth. And that's how the scientific method works. And that combined with peer review, which is basically just other people doing the same sort of experiments, they have to be able to repeat them. That's how you find out the answers to stuff. So how does this apply in self-development? Basically, all self-development follows this exact same process. You are constantly so what is self-development? It's basically you going from here to here. You're trying to close this gap. You're trying to get something you want from where you are now. So how do you get up here from here? Well, the way you do it is by taking some sorts of actions. Maybe if you're trying to lose weight, you're like, oh, I try this diet, you move a little bit closer. And then you lose motivation on the diet, and then you fall back even farther than where you started. So basically, you're just trying different sorts of actions in order to get you towards your goal. You're like, well, what's my hypothesis? Well, if I follow this diet, I'll achieve these sorts of results. And so that's what people are thinking when they try to achieve anything. And so what I want to talk about today is how you can use this to your advantage. Like if you fully understand the scientific method and how it applies to self-development, well, you will skyrocket your levels of success. And I can guarantee you that, because it really all just boils down to this essentially. And there's basically two areas that you need to apply the scientific method in your life in order to be able to achieve the goals that you want to. And so the way you do this is by, number one, is applying scientific process to your mindset. And that's the thing that a lot of people leave out, is that there's kind of an inner world here and an outer world here. And before you can achieve results in the outer world, you have to take care of this inner world first. You need to be able to get your mindset sharp in order to be able to achieve your external success. And so once you do that, then you apply the scientific method to your actual steps you're taking. Like, are these actual steps I'm taking in the real world, are they actively moving me towards my goal? And so to come back to our example of weight loss, so say you're trying to lose 30 pounds or whatever it is, and you're down here. So you want to close this gap. You have to apply your scientific method, number one, like I said, to your mindset, and number two, to your actual actions. So your actual actions, you're going to be exercising and dieting somewhat. So whatever steps those are, those need to be moving you slowly closer towards your goal. So that's like the essential part of success. Without that, you're not going to achieve results. But in order to get those results, you need to focus on your internal world. So if you're not able to execute on that plan, well, that's when you need to go and look at your mindset. That's when you need to apply the scientific method to your mindset. And so say you have a plan to diet, you're not going to eat these certain foods, or you're not going to do this, or, whatever your diet is. There are a million different types of diets. If you're not following it, it's because of your mindset. So you need to clearly look at your mindset, create a hypothesis, like what is going wrong in my mindset that's causing me to eat ice cream, or whatever rule you broke that varied from your plan. So what in my mindset is causing it to go wrong that is different in my mindset?